Amid the debate in Washington over Gold Star families, 30,000 runners hit the road tomorrow morning in the 42nd Annual Marine Corps Marathon. Joining us now, Ryan Manion, president of the Travis Manion Foundation. Travis, her brother, killed while serving in Iraq in 2007. And you have a team in Travis's honor running tomorrow.
We do. We have, we're a charity partner of the Marine Corps Marathon, so we have about 300 people running between the marathon and the 10K. This is our 11th year doing this as a team, and we're really excited for it.
And we have some pictures of some of the work that you all do. How does this further Travis's legacy?
Not only furthers Travis's legacy, but the legacy of all these men and women. And our mission at the Travis Manion Foundation is to empower veterans and families of those fallen to instill character in the next generation. And that's what we want to make sure we're doing. We're giving veterans and families a renewed sense of purpose again when they're leaving active duty after the loss of their loved one. But the flip is that they are inspiring our next generation to be servant leaders as well.
Let's talk about just that issue, especially as it relates to families who have lost a brother, a son, a daughter in combat. And now somehow they have become politicized, and even the condolence calls to them and who calls and when has become politicized. This was written by Chris Steyerwalt, digital politics editor, under the headline of "Stop Questioning Everyone's Patriotism." In all of these disputes, both sides claim to be on the side of war dead, talking about sort of the politicalization of everything these days. But what we know, here it is, we know that the finest way to honor those who died in service of the country is to help build and maintain a nation worthy of their service. And in that way, we are all falling down on the job to varying degrees. Agree?
I do agree with that statement. I mean, for us, we're a character organization. We're a veteran organization, but we're also about character. And it's making sure that we share the character of these men and women. Our goal is to make sure that everything we're doing, every program we run, we're doing it in honor of these men and women, of the character that they had, the service that they displayed. And I think that's important to make sure that we as a nation understand their sacrifices, we understand the magnitude of what their sacrifices mean, and we continue to share their stories.
It was the Declaration of Independence that said in order to form a more perfect union, not a perfect union, nothing's probably ever going to be perfect, as close as America gets. What would Travis, if you can channel his thoughts about how divisive Washington has come? This is a man who clearly cared so much about his country. How would he feel about it?
My brother was an individual who didn't like the politics. He signed up to serve his country. He signed up to give back, and he wanted to make sure that no matter what, that when you put on that uniform, when you decide to serve your country, you're not serving your country on one side or the other. You're serving everyone. And I think when we look at this idea of how we're politicizing Gold Star families and these men and women who have given their lives, we have to remember that. None of these men and women signed up on one side of the aisle or the other. They put their hand up for all of us.
Well, that is true, and in the case of your brother, gave the ultimate sacrifice for all of us. General Kelly, now as Chief of Staff Kelly, in his talk on Thursday, mentioned going to Arlington and walking through Arlington and being with what he called the finest men and women in America is how he found peace. He also talked about the disconnect that exists between so many in America and those who have given so much as your family has. Do you feel that as well? What's the way to bridge that?
I do, and you know what? The one thing that I think that we can do right now with all of the limelight being on this issue, I think it's an opportunity for us to change the narrative a little and make sure that I've had people several times over the last several days when I'm writing something and saying Gold Star, I'm a Gold Star sister. People are saying, how'd you get your Gold Star? They don't even know what a Gold Star family member is. So let's use this as an opportunity to educate the rest of the country on what a Gold Star family member is and make sure that we keep highlighting this in a positive way. We keep sharing their stories. People will begin to understand what that service and sacrifice means.
Well, it is a lifelong sacrifice. TravisManion.org. You've got a big run tomorrow. Good luck.
Yes.
We'll be thinking about you.
Yeah, you're going to be joining us next year?
Well, I guess now I'm on the spot. So yes,
All right.
and Elizabeth Pran will too. If she's there, I got to be there too.
We got Griff Jenkins running with us.
Here it goes. Go team.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.